a podcast that talks about music, movies, sports, and news.
To know the people, promoting and sharing with the world a beautiful story.
This is Frail Fragment's Monster Closet. Hey, it is Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. This is the Monster Closet, episode 122. We're here with a special guest, Maddie Simpson. He is playing with Frail Fragment, Emma Whale, and the Boxcar Band Friday, April 11th, 2025 at the Corktown in Hamilton. It's going to be a killer show. He's kicking off the night, and then Emma Whale, and then Frail Fragment, and then the Boxcar Band. Special night for us. We're doing kind of a dressed-down acoustic performance, and I really like playing acoustic performances. Actually, more than heavy performances. So it's not quite an acoustic performance, but I mean it's a lot of more of our like hard rock, folky type of stuff. And I think it's going to be a really kick-ass night. I've Box. I'm not sure how I came across your name. It could have been the Boxcar, but I'm glad we met, and I'm glad you're doing this show, and I'm glad I'm talking to you right now. How are you, Maddie Simpson?
I'm good, man. It's nice to meet you. Nice to finally talk to you, and I appreciate you inviting me to do this show. I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks. And yeah, I was just checking out your resume. Okay, so you play with a guy named Fred Eaglesmith?
I used to. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
And did you guys play David Letterman with him?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
It was 2011, I think that was.
Nice, man. And then, yeah, this is another thing that I had to read like 4 times before I could swallow it. You opened up for the Deftones in 2005.
That's right. Yeah, I did.
And that's, they're one of my, and was that band called Holding Sky that you were playing with?
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool. So yeah, they're one of my favorite bands. I've loved the Deftones since 1995, I think, when Around the Fur or Bored came out on Adrenaline. And I mean, they kind of shaped my sound, right? So that's sick that you got the opportunity to do that. That must have been a trip.
Yeah, it was wild for sure. I think that was the first starstruck moment I had with anyone. I was smoking cigarettes at the time, and I was backstage in the smoking area, and it was like me and Stephen Carpenter, right? But I wasn't talking to them. They were over there. But then Chino got out of the bus, and he had really high socks on. He just walked up. Yeah, and he walked up and he bummed a smoke off the guitar player. I didn't talk to them at all. I just stayed my distance. But it was very exciting for me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. And you got kind of into music through your parents were musical, I guess, or your dad?
Yeah, absolutely. My parents, they're both music fans, both very into music, and had a great taste for it, and my dad played, and that's how I got into it.
Cool, man. Yeah, my dad he didn't play, but he was a huge music fan, and he steered me when I was, I think, 10 years old. So 1992, he gave me Pearl Jam 10 and Nirvana Nevermind. And I was listening to I guess top 40s or, hip hop or whatever it was. So once I put in Pearl Jam 10, I was like, holy shit, man, this is amazing. And he had 700 CDs in 1992. He had a crazy CD collection that he prided himself on at the time because and then I put in Nevermind, and it topped that for me. It was just struck something in me that changed my life forever. And I ran to my buddy's house a couple of blocks away, and I played it for him, and he was hooked, and he bought a guitar that week. And then I convinced my dad to buy me a guitar for Christmas, and I just started playing, right? And it was because of kind of Nirvana Nevermind, I think. So I mean, that's awesome. I started playing in Frail Fragment in around 2005. So, I mean, yeah, I've been playing for a while too. And it's great to have, somebody that, like yourself, that is just grinding and doing it. I'm not, why do you do what you do? Why are you playing music?
I don't know. It's a great question. I think I was always drawn to it just when I was listening to it, like you said, listening to those great records and just getting hooked to it. And then when I found out I could play guitar and I could kind of get that same feeling I got from the records from doing it myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm getting the same vibe, the same feeling as I'm getting from why I love about the record. Then I think I was just always trying to kind of catch that vibe all the time and make that happen and try to emulate that feeling all the time.
Yeah, man. And I kind of So now it's different for me. Like I was telling Boxcar Band that, you know, it's just between 2007 for Frail Fragment and 2012, we did like 350 shows all across kind of Southern Ontario and New York. And it was, you know, it was a really cool time. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We kind of broke even. We didn't really make much, but I mean, the experience, we were battle tested, but now we have family, right? So we have, like, things have changed. I'm married, I have 2 kids. My brother-in-law's in my band as a bass player. He's been there since 2005. And like now we're doing like 8 shows a year, but now I have this podcast. So like, I want to reach out to these bands because all of these like 350 times, I know I've said hi and bye, and it's, you know, a lot of the times I don't keep in contact with these guys and I lose contact, and it's a shame, right? So I wanted to make these shows more special. I'm in a more like mature-minded, you know, frame where I care more about people, I think. And, you know, I want to make the show more intimate and interactive with the Monster Closet and with the Fragment tour, you know, where we do, you know, a couple of shows in Hamilton, a couple of shows in Toronto. We might play like Waterloo, London, Peterborough, Oshawa kind of thing, right? I mean, that's what we can do. And it's more like I celebrate the fact that this is really hard to do with kids and band members and practice, and, you know, it's just driving to the venues and everything going okay and you not being sick or whatever. But it's like, it's a really hard thing that we do, and I want to celebrate that, right? So that's kind of why I'm doing this, and I appreciate you putting yourself out there. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into, right? So I mean, again, I appreciate it, and, you know, thank you for being part of the show, and it's going to be a cool night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you inviting me, for sure. I'm stoked, and I was listening to you guys, and you guys have a lot of like really emotional music that like is really connected with me, and I'm stoked to hear like a stripped down version of that stuff.
Oh, cool, man.
I think it's
Thanks.
cool. Yeah.
What are your plans for 2025 music?
I have a record that I finished a while ago now, but I'm trying to release, and I'm pushing for that to happen. I'm not sure exactly, but hopefully by the summer, midsummer. So that's a big priority for me.
Where did you record it?
I recorded at Gold Standard Recorders in Toronto with Aaron Goldstein.
Okay, nice. Wow, cool, buddy. And is it a full-length album? Like, how many songs are on the album?
10 tracks.
Cool, man. So I'm assuming once that album's out, you're going to be touring a bit, or?
I'm just kind of going like one step at a time to see what I can do, you know what I mean? Like, it's like other things get in the way of it all the time, and it's always been kind of up and down for me, whether or not I'm having successes or not having successes. It's kind of ebb and flowed. So I just kind of like work on the thing I have in the moment and try to get through that step, and then, you know, work on it. But I'd love to. I'm sure I'll be playing gigs with it, and I'll have something to sell at shows, and hopefully I can tour it a bit, but I'm not really sure what that looks like at this point.
No, I feel you totally. I mean, it's hard to play for me, like when I have to leave and my kids are saying don't leave kind of thing. And it's like my daughter's 7, my son is 5, right? So it's like, yeah, it's like my wife has a lot of that burden on her, like when I go play a show. And I totally get, I don't know your situation, but my situation is like, she's been a part of the band the whole time, and the fact that I can like go out is because of her and play, right? So it's like, yeah, things do change. I totally get it. And I mean, we're gonna have a good night on April 11th, Friday, April 11th at the Corktown, right? So that's we have that's
absolutely,
that's coming. Yeah. So yeah. I'm excited, man. And if you want to see Maddie Simpson, he's at Maddie Simpson on Instagram. I just wanted to ask you, what is Hometown Hub?
Hometown Hub?
Yeah. You're on a website, like I got a lot of your info on Hometown Hub.
Oh, that's another website that does like local Hamilton artists. They work with artists and promoting artists.
So yeah. I think that's where I found you, man. Like I found you at Hometown Hub. I read a bit about
great.
you.
They're all like, I think they're all volunteer, and they're just music fans, and they're really helpful to me. There's lots of people like that have kind of, I'm completely independent in all my music that I do, like the stuff I write, and people have really just kind of stepped up and, you know, added me to things and helped me out, like you. Like they just find me and they're like invite me to things, and I'm really grateful for it when that happens. And there's stuff out there like that. I've been around for a while too, so that helps that people have had time to figure it out, you know?
I'm grateful to you too. Just last question, is the album a full band or is it you playing all the instruments, or how does it work?
Oh, it's a full band. Like I do all the guitars, but then we have a Guelph guy, Tom Hammerton, is playing keys. Phenomenal key player. Aaron Goldstein plays some pedal steel on the record.
Nice.
Xander Lamoth plays drums on the record. He's in a few bands right now. Justine Fisher is my partner, and she plays bass and vocals on the record.
Nice. And sorry, I said it was last question, but are you flying solo for the Corktown gig?
I am, yeah. I'm just gonna do a stripped down version, just me on acoustic
Yeah, man,
guitar.
that's awesome. So you're gonna be opening the show. Come down to the Corktown. It's $10. You can see Maddie Simpson, you can see Emma Whale, you can see Frail Fragment, stripped down acoustically, and the Boxcar Band are doing their debut show, and they're closing the show. I want to thank all the bands for pulling it together. Maddie Simpson, I'm looking forward to seeing you 8:30ish. We're gonna start playing. I don't know. Corktown they have like a dinner thing going on beforehand. So he's saying, yeah, like we can bring in our stuff, but then we're gonna do a quick line check at 8:30, and then we're gonna start up. So he's like, yeah, usually only takes 15 minutes. I mean, I'm gonna trust the ways of the Corktown and not like stress myself out over that, because I know it'll work out and it's gonna be awesome.
Sure, man, absolutely.
But check us out. Check out Maddie at Maddie Simpson, Frail Fragment at Frail Fragment, or frailfragment.com. Thanks again for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
This is the Monster Closet episode number 122, Wednesday, March 19, 2025. Thank you so much. We out. Peace.